G'day, have I got a story for you? Check the disclaimer. Season 2, Episode 20, Constructed Family. This episode was written by Laura Reily Truth. Corey speaking.
I awake to the sound of laughter. All my brothers calling out to each other as they get ready for the day in their various rooms. I sit on the side of my bed and stretch. A light feeling of apprehension washing over me as I contemplate the plans for today. I look through the gap in the curtains to see the blue sky and the sun shining a beam of light across my bedroom floor. I hear her gentle voice in my thoughts.
Everything will be okay.
I feel a smile form across my lips. I know she is right. It will be okay, and this needs to be done. Harry knocks and then pops his head inside my room as he does any morning that he wakes first. "Everyone's nearly ready," he says. I nod and say, "I'll just get dressed." I quickly grab my clothes as Harry ducks his head back outside my room. He and I are the two eldest boys and both have a room each to ourselves. It is something I am very grateful for. After the escape, I have found reading and writing in solitude to be my most preferred activity, as it allows me to truly relax, which is very new for me, but also very welcome. Harry has had a similar reaction, a desire to be in solitude, though his creative outlet is much easier to identify than mine. We can all hear his guitar playing and singing throughout the renovated staff quarters area where we all now live. Some of the younger boys will sing along as they hear the music echoing throughout the halls. The younger boys are all sharing their rooms in pairs. They seem to much prefer having someone to share their space with. They have also become good brothers to each other because of it. That's how we think of each other. Brothers. Family. When I am fully dressed for the day, I head out into the hall where all my brothers are chatting with each other and making jokes. It is such a joy to see how far we have all come in such a short time. I never would have guessed that this would be our lives after everything we have experienced. Harry stands next to me as I call out, "We all ready to go?" A resounding yes echoes through the hall, and we head towards the main house in a bustling group, all hungry. As we enter the large meals area, I nod towards Lynn, who many of the boys now call Mum. She regards me with a big smile as she calls for everyone to sit down so she can serve breakfast. It is rather difficult to navigate through over 30 people with a big pot on a serving cart. Lynn efficiently serves breakfast, beginning with Dr. Ivan, who sits at the end of the main table, reading his newspaper. There are 7 children on each side of the table, including Kieran, Katrina, and their 4 newly adopted sons. I sit at the opposite end of the second table, with Harry to my left and Becky to my right. The rest of the table full of all my young brothers. Both tables sitting 16 people each. Lynn comes to me last, well, just before serving herself. This has been the order since the first time we ate a full meal together in this house. That day, I insisted that all the boys I felt responsible for should be fed before I would eat. I was concerned there may not be enough, but in fact there was too much, and the leftovers fed some of us later that day and the next. This order has become the normal way of things now. I watch as Lynn excitedly says good morning to each of us. Many of us have offered to help her serve meals, but she always declines, saying it gives her the opportunity to talk with everyone, and she loves being able to talk with each of us this way. I thank Lynn as she serves me my breakfast and give her a big grin. "I always love when we get to eat together," I say. She smiles at me and ruffles my hair, nodding in agreement, before sitting down to eat with us all. I've barely taken my first mouthful before Becky slides her chair a little closer to me, her big eyes holding the same quizzical expression they always do as she starts chattering away, contemplating life, asking me questions that I never really get to answer before she moves to a different topic. I never really understand how she is able to continuously talk at such a fast and unwavering pace and still manage to finish all her food before most of us. She is an expert at filling every moment with as much everything as is possible. I look around at all of my family and friends and smile, watching how much more relaxed everyone has now become, hearing everyone discussing things openly and without fear. Well, mostly. My gaze eventually falls on Dr. Ivan. His somewhat serious expression and posture betray his poorly hidden superior attitude, his tone sounding harsh, particularly in this room full of happy conversation. The only words that seem to escape his lips are criticism. With a look from Lynn, his expression changes and he returns to his newspaper. Sometimes it seems like Dr. Ivan has this timer counting down inside him. A timer that is going to explode when it reaches 0. But no one knows when that will be, including him. I pull my attention back to my table, attempting to follow Becky's train of thought once again. Harry's expression quickly changing from bewildered to grateful. He finds her a little difficult to follow too. We share a knowing smile as Becky takes her last bite and quickly goes to the kitchen sink with her bowl. Third to finish in spite of receiving her food just before me. She begins filling the sink and organising the dishes to help with the cleanup. Lynn is always so happy washing up with her random voluntary helpers. They usually sing together and it ends up more of a game than a chore. I have offered to help with cleanup on a number of occasions, but my offer is always met with laughter. Washing up is almost finished by the time I am done eating, as I'm often the last to finish my meal. I wonder if I will miss this. Listening to everyone sing and chatter as I eat and watch them all dance around, as the kitchen slowly becomes tidy and clean. Dr. Ivan normally leaves the room the moment he has finished eating, but Lynn calls to him.
Don't forget your bowl, Ivan.
His shoulders stiffen and he lets out an exasperated sound while returning to take his dishes to the kitchen sink. Lynn thanks him, and his posture softens slightly as he faces her and offers a half smile, before quickly exiting the room. I'm hoping that caused his timer to roll backwards a bit. I'm not sure what expression my face was holding, but the look on Harry's face told me it must have been quite grim. "What's that face mean?" he asks as he scoops another mouthful. I lean back in my chair, aware of how many small eyes are now looking at me. I try to sound casual. "Just thinking about things," I say with a shrug, before taking the last bite of my breakfast and giving them all a wink. I sit outside with my book in my lap, watching my brothers play together in the sunshine. Every few minutes, one of them will call out to me to watch them do something. Cartwheels, run really fast, jump over an obstacle. I always watch, and they are always so happy when I do. I love seeing them all so happy and relaxed, and I absolutely love the sound of them laughing. It is the best sound I have ever heard. Harry touches my arm, breaking me out of my thoughts, and asks quietly, "She will be out soon. Are you ready?" I give him a serious nod. I am ready. He gives me a comforting pat on my back and grins at me. "You and me, Corey, no matter what, it's you and me." Harry is so much more calm about the situation, like he knows something that I don't. I know there is a high chance we will not see our brothers ever again. I'm just trying not to think about it and focus on the task at hand.
One step at a time,
I hear. The gentle voice always knows what I need to hear. Suddenly, Becky is standing between us. She apparently moves as fast as she speaks. She looks first at Harry, then at me, lowering herself into a sitting position on the ground facing us, rather than sitting on any of the free seats beside us. She tips her head to the side, regarding me with a hesitant expression.
When do I get to know the big plan?
She asks. Just before I can answer, I feel Lynn's hand on my shoulder.
I'm ready.
She says with a smile.
Would you like to come inside?
I nod and stand, gripping my book tight as I follow Lynn inside. I turn back and give Harry a wink, as the same grin forms across his face. Lynn's workroom is always so inviting. The walls covered with various artworks, cards, and notes from all of her children and all of us under her care. There is a large assortment of coloured fabric all draped over one of the tables and a couple of the chairs. Her sewing machine still holding a half-assembled item of clothing. This room isn't messy though. She says it is organised chaos. She knows where everything is and what stage every project is up to. It is actually really refreshing to see a space like this, after so long with so many restrictions. Lynn quickly moves some pattern books off a chair and gestures for me to sit across from her. I sit and then pause. I know what I need to say, but I am suddenly not sure how to start.
Just tell her what you've noticed. The rest will come.
I hear the gentle voice again. I nod and look at Lynn, who is waiting patiently for me to speak. I suspect she has heard the gentle voice too, as she doesn't seem surprised that I need to speak with her. I let out a small sigh. These boys are very important to me, I begin. I do not want them to grow up where they are treated like second best, like an afterthought. They deserve to live free, happy, and able to follow their own pursuits without unnecessary criticism. I see her face drop a little. You, Lynn, are like a mother to all of us, so kind and caring, thoughtful, understanding, loving. I could not ask for anyone better. A soft smile forms across her lips. I let out a sigh. We all see how Dr. Ivan behaves. We all walk on eggshells when he is around. The boys are afraid of him. I do not want them to live in fear anymore. I have argued with him on many occasions now in defense of my brothers. I do not want to do that any longer. I do not want there to be a need to argue for them. I want them to be free. They should not feel like they are a burden to anyone, and here they do, because of him. Lynn's eyes look at the floor as I brace for the next thing I need to say. I also do not want my brothers to witness how Dr. Ivan treats you. He isn't kind to you. He is rude, condescending, and hurtful. I do not want any of my brothers to learn that behaviour. They are kind and caring and generous, like you. I do not want to see them turn into the perpetrators. I pause for a moment as her eyes meet mine again, my mind wondering if I should say the next part.
Please, tell her,
the gentle voice implores. I look at Lynn. Mum, I say, letting her know that I'm saying this to her as her son. He lets his anger build up inside himself, intentionally contributing every little thing he can find to his anger meter, like he wants reasons to be angry. Then, when it breaches, he is so unkind to you, acting as though it's our fault he is angry, treating you like a burden and an annoyance. I shake my head, seeing tears form in Lynn's eyes. He may love you, but in those moments he doesn't seem to care about you at all. I do not want these boys to see that. I do not want them to think that that is okay. Lynn nods slowly, wiping the tears before they can fall. You do not deserve that, Mum. You deserve better. I wait for a moment until Lynn is ready to continue.
I understand,
she says quietly. I hear that gentle voice again in my mind.
Thank you.
I am not sure what exactly I'm being thanked for. Maybe Lynn needed to hear this from someone. I watch as a very determined expression slowly slips across Lynn's face as she asks,
What is your plan?
I smile and open my book. Matching Lynn's determined tone, I say, I wrote everything down. I am very glad that Dr. Ivan is not here for this. Both he and Lynn agreed with me that it is best he not be present for this discussion. He has been informed of everything about to happen, and he seemed relieved, which gives me even more drive to execute the plan. This isn't just my plan. It has been organised with the gentle voice and her friends. It is a little daunting to remove myself from a routine to which we have become accustomed. Daunting to tell everyone what is about to happen. Daunting to know how comfortable everyone is here. It could just be myself and Harry. But they all deserve to make the choice themselves. I trust Gentle Voice. If she says everyone will make the right choice for them, I believe her. I stand at the end of the table, everyone shushing each other before I even call for their attention. Harry is sitting beside me with an excited expression that I do not understand. I am full of nerves right now. Doesn't he understand that this could break us all apart? I look over at Lynn, who nods in approval. Her expression so much a mixture that I cannot really define what exactly she is feeling right now. She has been like a mum to me and all my brothers. I do not want her to think we aren't grateful. I roll back my shoulders and little Isaiah jumps up happily and pulls on my shirt.
What is it, Corey? I can't wait anymore.
I nod and ruffle his hair. I don't know exactly how to say this, so I'll just say it. There will be a bus coming. A big double-decker bus. Isaiah interrupts.
What's double-decker?
I look down at him. 2 floors, I say. Upstairs and downstairs. I turn back to everyone. This bus is going on a big trip, collecting a lot of different people. People who need a safe place, a place to be their home. This place is so big, it can fit thousands of people easily, with so much extra space for communal areas. That's like group spaces, I say, looking down at Isaiah. It is a place where everyone can help each other, where people who need to be rescued can go. At the moment, it is called the bunker. I look around at everyone as they take in everything I am saying. I clear my throat before my voice becomes shaky. I am going to get on that bus. I am going to go on the big trip. I am going to go to the bunker and live there so I can help people like us. People who need to be rescued. People who need a home. I pause to make sure they all understand. You all have a really big decision to make now. But please think carefully about this before you decide anything. Lynn is like a mum to all of us. If anyone wants to stay here with her. Before I can continue, Harry stands up. You are my brother. I'm going with you. Becky follows quickly with,
I'm going with you.
Isaiah takes my hand.
I'm going with you too.
I look at all my brothers' smiling, excited faces as they stand, repeating the same sentiment, and feel tears in my eyes. I look at Lynn, who is smiling a big, genuine smile. Tears also in her eyes. Harry's knowing grin is now easy to understand. He knew the choice that everyone would make. The only people who remain seated are Lynn, her 2 children, Kieran and Karina, and of course her 4 adopted boys who I knew would not leave her. They adore her. "You're our big brother," Harry says. "Sometimes you're like a dad to us. We go where you go." Instead of tears, or fear, or anger, everyone starts getting excited, discussing what they will pack, what they want to do when they get there, who they want to share a room with. As I sit down, everyone congregates around the table, bringing over extra seats and chatting away. Isaiah sits in my lap as people start asking me questions. When do we leave? How long is the trip? Will others be there on the bus? What do we need to take? Should we bring supplies for the other people? Will we rescue people along the way? I open my book, answering every question with the information the gentle voice gave me. I show them all the map I drew of where we are going and my drawings of what the bunker looks like at the moment. Everyone is coming up with suggestions for different rooms and activities we should have for all the new rescued people. My book is filling up with everyone's ideas so fast. I'll need a new book soon. Lynn is hugging everyone and expressing her excitement about our new adventure. She ensures that she tells each of us how much she is going to miss us. We aren't leaving yet, not for a while, but this moment is still bittersweet. We all know this means things are going to change and that we may not see each other again for a long time.
Thank you so much for joining us with a cuppa. We appreciate your company.